This is important.
Yeah, and he was fine. He was perfectly fine. And then I guess the other day he vomited, and then today he started vomiting even more. And like,
Only members of the mob play Sneak and Show. That's
yeah, we'll call you back in like 2 hours.
somewhat true. That's somewhat true.
Yeah, all his organs are failing. His liver's gone. We can either put him down now, or you can take him back home and best 2 or 3 days he's gonna die. So like, I guess put him down. So, how was your vacation?
Okay. Players underway here, of course. Looks like a fetch land happening after or before a brainstorm for a Sneak and Show. Predictions are coming in. Just about a minute left for predictions. Make your predictions now.
I don't know anything about the people. I drove around.
Huh. I just remember one of my friends, Phil, he went to Aruba, I think, like 2 years ago or 3 years ago before the pandemic. He's like, yeah, there's like no speed limit or something. I was just like, oh, really? That's great. Maybe he said something else. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. I'm probably remembering it wrong.
Maybe. It is a Dutch island, so there's like some freedoms, I guess.
Harold?
Yeah, it's fine.
We are mid brainstorm, and we were all captivated by what's happening right now on screen. Prismatic Vista and an island on the battlefield for John. Oh, that looks like that was an end step brainstorm. Some people in the YouTube comments get really upset when they see end step brainstorms, but it's going to be okay, everybody. Sometimes it's the correct play. And here's the main phase brainstorm.
Yeah. I think I'm getting turn 1 kill for sure.
All right, we see some D20s on the board to keep track of life totals. We're going to put a slightly larger version on the screen, just so everybody understands what's going on. John fetching. Getting a basic planes. Maybe John about to save the day here with life totals. Yep, looks like it. The companion app life total counter is very neat. Able to see the round timer on the app and everything. Companion app. Very nice. Teferi Time Raveler comes down. I'm assuming that'll resolve. Don't think Sneak and Show cares about that particularly. All right, a fetch and response. Actually, depending on the hand, that might not be true. They might actually care a lot about Teferi. Changed my mind. Brainstorm and response. So the third brainstorm being fired off here for Sneak and Show. 84% favored for Jeskai John, says chat. That's the latest on that. Little over 3,000 channel points are on the line.
Blink nonsense. Keep track.
Working the way they should be.
And he just solituded all their elf creatures. He was just like, cast solitude, ephemerate, solitude.
Unfortunately,
My turn,
resolves.
solitude. And elves just got wrecked.
Yep.
They couldn't.
Teferi resolves. Teferi Time Raveler draws a card for John and passing the turn. Now, the Narsets and the Hull Breachers are obviously great against the cantrips of the Sneak and Show deck, great against the Gristlebrands. So I like, and of course mixed with Counter Magic, Swords of Plowshares, and the like, I like the predictions of 84% favored here for Jeskai. But the Sneak and Show deck can be really fast. And something like a... All right, here's a Sneak Attack. Force a Negation, pitching Ponder. So that's going to get exiled. But what I was going to say was something like a first turn show and tell in Omniscience in game 1 with Force Backup and casting an Emrakul or something like that is just... I mean... This Jeskai deck is not going to be able to beat that. There not many decks can. But okay, Prismatic Ending on Lotus Petal. I like that play. I like that. Could sack the Lotus Petal to make sure it ends up in the grave. Sneak and Show player allowing it to be exiled. I guess you don't really need that shuffled back into your deck if you get Days Undoing. But if you get Days Undoing with a Narset or Hull Breacher in play, the game's probably over anyway. But at this point, the Lotus Petal not a key card anymore for Sneak and Show in the deck or on the battlefield. Not making a huge difference. I think we're going to see a show and tell here. Let's see. Cunning Wish, actually. A great question from the Flying Compass in chat. Does Hull Breacher get played in any other Legacy decks or just Days Undoing decks for now? Looking at copies, and they're super cheap since the Commander banning, thinking about picking some up. I think some other decks are running a Hull Breacher or two as a gotcha card here and there. I think the Karn Echoes decks are running it. There's it's a mono blue Karn artifact, different kind of deck. Yeah, DAC decks, multicolor piles. Yeah, I think if you're thinking about picking up some Hull Breachers though, and you know if the price is in range for you right now, I see no reason why not to pick up a set. Through the Breach gets countered there, I believe. Yep. Yeah, Hull Breachers are floating around in decks that don't have Days Undoing is the point. They're out there.
And I get 7.
The card's good, so it's gonna find a home somewhere as long as it stays legal in the format and doesn't get outclassed. That's a basic forest on bottom right of your screen, by the way. Sorry, it's covered up by the overlay, but that's a basic forest, bottom right.
I'll bounce this draw.
That's not part of my sideboard, just so you know.
Bounce Snapcaster, draw a card. Yeah, so I played against this Sneak and Show player at this event. And there are Veil of Summers in the deck. I can confirm that.
3, 4, 5, 6. Past
I'm
you.
so used to it always being for the
So you're looking for more lands? Lands? Yeah, more of these.
Teferi, Time Raveler. Okay, I thought there was going to be a instant speed sorcery add-on step.
Foil or not foil? I have one foil.
Jace the Mind Sculptor. Pretty good.
It depends on which art you're looking for.
Felix pointing out Veil is good, but I don't think Basic Forest is. I think I agree with that. I think I agree with that take. But maybe this deck is running Blood Moon and or Back to Basics. I don't know. And that could be a reason why the Basic Forest made the cut. I don't know. Yeah, some in the chat now pointing out Back to Basics or Blood Moon as a possibility. I mean, if I'm John, I'm thinking, okay, this deck is likely running Blood Moons and or Back to Basics. Fortunately for John, the Jeskai control decks are not really in that much trouble facing down either of those cards. So, wow, just a whole bunch of Lotus Petals got played there. Sacrificing a fetch. Are we going to see a hardcast Griselbrand? Is that what's happening now? No, that can't be it. Oh, or Omniscience, rather.
The Curses deck is like great against Reanimator and Storm. It's pretty good against Death and Tax.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, we're seeing a lot of mana here.
Oh wait, these are.
Death Tax is back up.
Yep, there's Omniscience.
Yeah,
What a crap.
it's just not.
Fetch and response from John.
Does your deck have a good matchup?
Curses
Gets a Tundra.
like blue control.
You can cast spells from your hand for free.
Yes.
What happens after this Tundra is interesting.
Can you cast cards on top of your deck?
No.
And it's an enchantment.
Yes. The cost 10.
By the way, top left of your screen, monthly greatest cheers, blank right now. Cheer 10 bits and get your name
How many cards do you have in your hand?
2.
on not only the live stream, but on potentially several YouTube videos. Cheer some bits. Watkins, thanks for the follow. Welcome. I think this is the first time we don't have a monthly greatest cheer.
Resolves.
So good.
Here's a blank open spot.
I will.
Looks like Omniscience resolved, actually. Cast Griselbrand.
There's almost power in that hand.
Casting Dress Down in response to that.
Yep.
Sometimes. You know, lands are bad and like Manless Dredge.
That's true.
Yep.
Soul spells.
That's it.
I kind of
Pass
just
to
want to
you.
build soul spells, but like I don't want to buy those like.
Okay, so it seems Griselbrand has resolved.
I guess it just didn't
Doesn't have any abilities until the end step when the Dress Down goes away.
Kind of hit me after I cast the Omniscience, so like, this is kind of all pointless.
I think we both.
Hmm.
I'm going to. I'll ponder.
Yeah.
Okay, pointing out that the Ponder is a legal play here because of the Teferi Plus. And going to untap. The Dress Down should be gone.
This is dead.
Yeah, Dress Down is gone. Plus on Teferi. Source to Plowshares on Griselbrand. I think.
No, we're tied.
Okay, so choosing not to pay 7 life is.
Oh, that's fine. You can play whatever.
Oh, what was the Sneak and Show player at 7? I missed that. They might have been at 7 life, so they might not have been able to pay 7.
Vista, and pass to you.
It's very small on my screen right now. I couldn't see it. Okay, so 1 card in hand for Sneak and Show. Mystic Sanctuary getting Ponder back on top. The Elusive says, "What is the best counter to Tayam?" I don't know what Tayam is.
Fancy lead.
Looks like a show and tell on top of the deck. Ponder. Ponder shuffle.
You can stay, yeah.
I think we're okay with show and tells if we're John. They already have omniscience on the board.
I know what I'm
You can
thinking.
show and tell all they want.
I'm gonna fetch before the end of the turn.
Okay. But a fetch on end step. Getting a mountain.
Not
Flash,
helpful.
as long as
Go ahead.
it's daylight.
What? As long as it's daylight, what? It seems like it's nighttime right now?
Soundcaster mage?
Yep.
Ponder? Draw for ponder, draw for turn. Attack you.
Yep. 11.
I'm not familiar with Tyam Luminous Enigma. Not familiar with that.
Auxiliary.
Yep.
Sure, we can keep it.
You know what? Let's do it again. No, that'll bring me 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep.
Yeah, why not? I'll go to 9. Cast the omniscience again. I know when I've been beat. Let's go to game 2.
I know when I've been beat. Well said. Going to game 2.
Island.
Chase? Yeah, that's an expensive case.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
No, it's fine. I think there's a lot of unexplored
that's
game
right.
space in the like pre-game action sphere, like in terms of
gonna
risky
keep these and put them
mulligans
up like
and
this.
sideboard decisions
And I'll
and things
pass.
like that.
Gonna brainstorm before the end of the turn.
Sure.
Like sideboarding on
Come on,
lands, I think
something
is
good.
right more often than people do it.
I agree.
Or in lanes. Like there's totally worlds where you can play like a 25th land and
Sure.
control decks and sideboard or something.
I play
Or plus a target.
Yeah.
In response on both.
Just put leaks and try sideboard for 11.
Good.
Yeah.
Kill Jace.
Okay.
Play line and pass.
I think more ley lines
Yeah,
are like
throw.
than people do play.
I think it's.
Play pedal.
Powerful.
I think the Leyline thing is
How much you two?
the.
Uh-oh. John has to have interaction here. Show and tell on the stack. I'm assuming that's get countered. Force negation, pitching brainstorm. Let's see if there's backup. Nope. Show and tell gone.
There's
And
no
attack
way
your
that-
Lingit.
even with the. I number of players that like it.
Sling or fling?
Fling.
It's not on the board to resolve.
There's Taiga
It's effective what kills you.
and sneak attack.
You have to sacrifice.
Force of will, pitching brainstorm for John.
You got it.
But even if it was like target creature deals damage,
Pass to you.
it's like sacrifice target creature and then it
You
deals
still have
damage.
as many
It's still not
cards
on
as
the
me.
board, it's
I have
triggered.
no idea.
Not much the sneak and show player can do about those.
No, I
Had show and tell and sneak attack, and I'm assuming a creature in hand.
deals damage to player.
Timeless Dragon.
But like hypothetically,
Oh, okay.
flings that it dealt damage, it's in the graveyard. It can't do it.
Getting plane cycled here. Getting plateau. This may be the first time ever we've seen a plane cycle on stream.
This goes in my hands.
on 90s MTG. I don't know though. Can anyone check our archive of 800 900 videos on YouTube and see if anybody has plane cycled before, and let me know? Somebody go check on that. All right, eternalizing the Timeless Dragon.
So is that casting?
Our decks somewhere. I don't have these exact deck lists, but we often post and share latest deck lists from events in our Discord.
It no longer has a static. The static is just
Exclamation point Discord and live chat if you'd like to join. Many of the players you see on stream and
R plus. So I got this one.
other viewers are in there talking about decks on a regular basis. It's a fun hangout.
Play a green.
Yep.
And pass to you. Yep. 12.
Yeah, I'll scoot.
Timeless Dragon getting in there. Eternalized. Thank you, John Lee, for having the Eternalized Timeless Dragon token, by the way.
But I felt like I needed the bolts to take care of these creatures.
Anybody that takes their Eternalized creatures and pulls them slightly out of the sleeve to indicate their Eternals or anything like that,
I think that's the right
And I was
place.
like,
So
you're breaking the rules.
Yeah,
because the
Don't
Jason
forget.
went over the game, I think.
yeah. And I figured if you had Hydroblast anyway, at least I was giving myself a path to victory.
Yeah. You activated Jason once, right?
Yeah, just to scratch.
Twice.
Keith Masterflex giving some tips on Tyam.
If it goes twice, I was gonna say you could have.
No, it was once. Yeah. He paid something. So.
If
Anyway.
Bolt would have worked, I think it would have been a much better spot. Did you have the Hydroblast?
I couldn't even read that Tyam card.
It was like
Attacking for 4 with Timeless Dragon. Sneak Show down to 4 life. Drawing a card very slowly. And it's nothing. So they had Veils, but interesting. They must have drew the Veils afterwards.